I have proof. I've proved it. England is overpowered in Football Manager. I've proved it. Proved it. Proved it. I'm on to you, Miles. Slick son of a gun. I'm on to you. What's up, y'all? Today we are messing around with a very fun database sent to me by my friends at the FM Retro Group. What they've done is they put together a database, which obviously you can find in the description, that starts in the year 2000. Whatever was going on 20 years ago. I don't know. I was 4 years old. I couldn't tell you what was happening, but it starts with a full database, right, of people playing in 2000, but that's not it. What really caught my interest is that as the save goes along, players that actually existed in real life appear. So at the start of the save, Kylian Mbappe's just been born, but 20 years in, Kylian Mbappe makes an appearance in the game. Luka Modric is in the game. We'll look at him too. Messi, Ronaldo, obviously come in through the game, and all the other important people. I look for Christian Benteke. He's not in the game. That's the line is somewhere between Messi and Christian Benteke. So it's, really. They've done a fantastic job putting this database together. I have procrastinated making this video, and that is my fault. That would be why you've already seen my boy Kelvin make a video about it. So I decided to take things one step further. Instead of simming it up to the present day, I've actually gone 10 years past the present day. So 30 years out from the start of this database, and what was essentially 2030 if it was re-simulated from the year 2000. So let's get started. I have a plan of the different sections I want to look at. We obviously want to look at the best players in the world now. We want to look at how the careers went for the people we mentioned, people like David De Gea. We're just going to look around. There's one thing I want you to know. I have this face pack. It's for regen faces, and I can promise you right now, shh, this is proprietary information. I'm working on a new face pack that's going to be a lot better than this one for regens, but right now this is the one we have. And since everybody in the game's technically a regen, we have some hilarious faces from this face pack for everybody from Kylian Mbappe to Lionel Messi and David De Gea. And I'm really just short on names, apparently. Van Dijk's somewhere. We'll look at how the top 5 leagues have advanced, any weird teams that might be in the top flight, and of course we will look at international competitions to prove my theory about England. But first, the best players in the world now. In order to get this, we're going to click on the globe, go to world, and then there is a sorted group of players. And the best players in the world come from Chelsea, Everton. You can read. I'm not going to keep making the noise. Leeds. Leeds is here. That's right. They were good in 2000. See, I watched Take Me Home, Leeds United. I'm tuned in. We could actually watch that live on stream. Speaking of which, if you want to watch the stream, the link is down in the description. I stream on Twitch. You can come interact with me live. Maybe we'll watch Take Me Home Leeds United Season 2. You can watch all Prime videos on Twitch. It's really cool. Leeds is here. Manchester City is here. The 2000, they weren't really killing it. Manchester United was, and we have 2, not 1, but 2 players from West Ham. First thing I'm noticing right off the top, almost all of them are playing in England. Right? There are 4 players that are best in the world that aren't in England. 4. And there aren't a ton of people that would be still in the game 10 years in the future from now, but clearly Kylian Mbappe is not on this list. Erling Haaland is not on this list. So we have some investigating to do. Where are these people? We'll start with Erling Haaland. He's on the New York Red Bulls. Some might say this has not been a good career. Well, the picture was pretty accurate. The attributes, on the other hand, shocking. What is this? What happened to him? He played with Bryn FK until 13 years ago, right? So he's just doing... How old is he? He should be geriatric. He started playing in 2023. It says he's 30 years old. He started playing when he was 3 years old. I think we might have found a hole in the matrix. It's not a promising start. He played for a long time. He was a pretty good 3-year-old. Scored a goal at the age of 3. I am really inclined to believe that nobody is ever going to break that record. Then he moves to Chelsea for 4,000. Brentford for 195,000. Has been perfectly average in the MLS. Complete flop. What about Kylian Mbappe? He's at Inter. This is looking like a decidedly better career already. So he starts at Monaco, makes a move to Arsenal for 4 million. Gunners fans, where you at? Congratulations on the FA Cup final. Screw you for hurting Pulisic. I don't care if you didn't touch him. He's worth his weight in gold. Couple of loan spells, comes back, plays with Arsenal a little bit, goes on a free to Juventus. Seems like the kind of deal Arsenal would be doing. And then spends a couple of years at Juventus, goes to Everton for 35 million. Now he's back with Inter. Has he won any awards? Has he ever competed for like a Ballon d'Or? We should look at the Ballon d'Or. One day, towards the end of my life, I will say that right, and it will be a smile. So a couple of the hot young guys, not really doing it. How about Ousmane Dembele? Just somebody off the top of the head. He's a free agent. He's 34. He's had a good career. You know, this is fine. He moved for 24 million to Arsenal. You know what? Arsenal, they know how to identify people that should be talented, but don't seem to be. I like the fact that he's not giving up on his dream, though. Our man's a free agent at 34. He's at 85 French national team appearances. It's a good career. Pulisic, of course. New England Revolution. This is very on brand. He's in the MLS. He had a redo in his career. Now, these are the attributes right here of a true champion. The man has not made a single appearance for the U.S. national team. What a flop. He's getting traded. He came up with Pennsylvania Classics through the Super Draft. He's never left the U.S. No!
1 week later.
Okay. Properly mourned. So it seems that some of these good young players have been given like their potential. They've been able to realize it. Some of these other ones, not quite so much. Erling Haaland at 3 years old, you can't beat that. Not even Christian Pulisic can beat that. But enough for looking at the hot young guns. Let's look at the Ballon d'Or, because we know that there's going to be some throwback names on here. So this save starts in 2019, and you can tell because it goes from Luka Modric to Michael Owen. And Inzaghi and Ronaldo, who was 23 years old at the time, won it. And what I'm looking here is it looks like Michael Owen won this 3 times. Amazing what happens when you don't get hurt. Did he move? Nope, all at Liverpool. Michael Owen put in the work. Ruud van Nistelrooy was around a lot. Saviola won one. Dimitar... Look, I know I don't know as much footballing history as you might, but I'm pretty sure Dimitar Berbatov was never... What a second go for Dimitar Berbatov. What a time. I hope he actually won it. Did he win it? Leeds United's got the Ballon d'Or, and it's Dimitar Berbatov at 30 years old, and he had a much worse season than when he finished second to Michael Owen. Saviola got a couple. We had a guy at Flamenco win it. Mario Ardell. I don't know who that is at all. You're going to know. I'll see you in the comments. He scored 41 goals in 53 matches with Flamenco. Had an 8.25, but I'm sorry. Dude's got an 8.08. This is Ronaldo, who I'm sure he won 2 in a row. Eventually, at 30 and 31, Ronaldo, the OG Ronaldo. Don't worry, I know my Ronaldos. Didn't win it. It's a robbery. Vincenzo Montella's got one. Ruud van Nistelrooy, who I feel like is on the list on all of these, got one. Kiko got one. And then at a certain point, we're going to get to a line where maybe regions start to win it. And I think Tori Simonson might be a region. That or just some dude I've never heard of who's having the career of a lifetime the one time I happen to simulate it. You know what I find interesting, though? No Christian, because right here is current day. So this is the present. No Ronaldos. No Messis. So what happened? What happened? Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a bit boyish for Ronaldo. Starts at Sporting, goes to Newcastle. How much did they buy him for? 21 million. So he was expensive. Then Chelsea got him for 36 million. This is not the blockbuster career Ronaldo would have been hoping for on a club level. Okay, he had 430 appearances, 127 goals with Chelsea in the prime of his career. But he had 138 appearances and 107 goals for the Portuguese national team. So the man still knew how to turn it on. Lionel Messi? I'm assuming, well, he has to be. This is 10 years from now. He's not playing at 43. He was at United. Tell me this isn't just like the dream scenario when you replay this, though. Cristiano Ronaldo's at Chelsea. Lionel Messi's at United. It's beautiful. I'm surprised he left Barcelona. He left for 76 million. Ended up with 159 appearances to the Argentinian national team. But it's just so hard to create a player that has the kind of production that Ronaldo and Messi have in Football Manager, because he only scored 105 goals in 334 Manchester United appearances. The English leagues, there's like a gravitational pull every game. Like Barcelona didn't hang on to him at all. They're just to England you go. Lionel Messi. What about you? We've got another Ballon d'Or winner. Fake Luca. Well, he played in Israel for a time. 2 years, in fact. Had a great time at the age of... I think they start him a little young in this database. It's insanely cool. The amount of work that goes into making a database like this, it's insanely cool. Especially if you remember the time in which this database started. Played in Israel, played at Wimbledon, and then went and played at Monaco for 12 years. We're gonna sneeze. Nothing can shake my on-camera presence. And he had a good career. 128 Croatian appearances, 30 Croatian goals for Luka Modric. Retired at 33. This is gonna drop off. I guess it's time to look at the leagues now, though. Oh, wait. I kept saying De Gea. I'm just fascinated by how bad he is right now, because he is bad. Look at those luscious locks. It's fabulous. 161 Spain appearances and a full-throated career of 22 years at Barcelona. Yeah, that's fine. Retired at 37 years old, much more decorated than I'm guessing. He wishes he never left now. All right, Ligue 1. That's the first one we're going to look at. Ligue 1, what happened? Again, it starts in 2020. That's not past winners. How many is that? That's, you want to talk Mickey Mouse? That's 29 league titles for Monaco off this database. You think Monaco's good, and PSG was second on almost all of them. Huge shout out to Angers for stealing one. Every time Monaco didn't win, they finished second. It finished second. This is madness. We're moving on. Next is Serie A, which has been won by Juventus in the year 2030. Remember, the game has to start in 2020, so you just have to rewind it 20 years. I didn't say that earlier. I need to make life easier. This is a lot more parity. This is exactly what we wanted. We've got Parma's been very competitive. Right off the top, it's Lazio, Juventus, Inter, Parma's 1-1, Roma, Milan. This is around 2010 that this is all happening, played out of a 2000 database. And then Milan goes on a bit of a stretch, and then Lazio completely takes over for 7 or 8 years. And Juventus, Inter, and AC Milan just come right back. It's beautiful. It's beautiful parity. And you notice Napoli, nowhere to be found. They have 1 second, couple of third places. They're not in the cool kids club. Now for the Bundesliga. This one I'm curious, because I honestly don't know if Bayern was good before. And they were. They won the first 2 titles, but then Dortmund, the yellow wall took over. Leverkusen snagged one. Hertha Berlin, 13 years after the save started, snagged one. Then Wolfsburg, Freiburg, Dortmund won. Just a whole pile. They've started to lose it. They just got it back. Freiburg, in 2024 to 2028, Freiburg owned the Bundesliga. What a rise. Absolutely meteoric. The injection of the new players, the real players, has dragged Freiburg up to the top of the league, where they have stayed ever since. And RB Leipzig is now competitive as well, it would seem. But Dortmund kind of became the new Bayern. They really did become the new Bayern as we came into present day. This is the route into present day, and you'd be, oh, that's Bayern-ish. Now La Liga. Well, Real Madrid and Barcelona are just fine. I was wondering where a Coruña would be. I watched a Tifo football video about them. Had no idea they used to be good. Good for them. Is Athletic Club gone? No. Have they been relegated? No. Unbelievable obstinance by Athletic Bilbao. Past winners, do we have any parity outside the top 2? We do. We do. Valencia. If you were old enough to remember, if you do remember, apparently in this database, they've taken the league the first 2 years, and then they gave it back. But Real Betis, 10 years after the start of the 2000 database, they're up there. Valencia again, and eventually the weight and Real Madrid seems to have overwhelmed. Real Sociedad has become recently competitive, but that's just about it. And now what everybody has been waiting for, the English Premier League, the FA Premiership. We got a different name. Chelsea just won it. Congratulations, you Blues. Congratulations. West Ham was 1 point off. Life of a West Ham fan, I think. Cardiff, Fulham, and Burnley were all relegated. Some things don't change. Except for Burnley. I'm not going to put you in that, congratulations to Burnley for outliving your success. It's surprisingly balanced. I mean, Middlesbrough's up. They've been up for, oh my God, they've never gone down. They just had a bad year. Middlesbrough's stayed up. Nottingham Forest, of course, very competitive team. A little before this database, but they've stayed in the bottom half of the Prem, or the FA Carling Premiership. Manchester United finished 8th. Liverpool finished 9th. Leeds is on 10th. Charlton Athletic, pretty regular presence as well. Watford's a top 6 team. This West Ham thing needs explaining. Do they ever win? Oh, pfft. It's always Man United, the generation at Man United in 2000. They're fresh off the treble. I know that much, okay? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is running around somewhere looking 12 years old, scoring on everybody. The golden generation, the class of 92. They win the first 7 leagues. Liverpool ends its drought. Manchester United takes another 7 leagues. Then Chelsea, Tottenham enters the conversation right before present day. United gets back to the top and wins the present day title. Leeds manages to stay relevant and takes a title eventually after 22 years of the database. Tottenham up there. Manchester City gets the big financial boost and gets itself a league title. But United's, this is great parody. And you know what's funny? Is West Ham's actually never won it. Even though they were 1 point off, West Ham has just battled and battled and battled. This is the first time they've appeared. 3rd place, 2nd place, 2nd place. West Ham's just on a golden generation. You've got a lot to look forward to in 9 years, apparently. Now the Champions League. Champions League won by City. Won by City twice. Hey, guess what? It's almost all English teams. Right in 2000, Real Madrid won it. They beat Manchester United, who was going for a repeat, who then won it the next year. Then enter United. Leeds got to the final in 25 years in. 2005 it would have been against Juventus, but Juventus won a pair. Arsenal got one. Juventus made the final 4 straight years. Leeds did get one. Before a league title, they got 2. Leeds got 2. Liverpool beat Leeds. They got to back-to-back finals. Hertha got to a final. United, this is just fabulous parody. What a fun save to play. You get so many different teams that can come up to the top and be competitive like this. Tottenham Hotspurs won 3 of 4. United got back-to-back, and now all of a sudden in the future, this is, like Jesse Lingard right in the hot spot. This is modern day, the prime of Lingard, like Rashford coming in. I think Martial would be. No, he doesn't come up with United. He probably ended up somewhere else. They won 5 of 6. And Lazio's, their huge run, they were able to get there. West Ham again, dude. What a time to be a West Ham fan. Where's Spin? Somebody tell Spin they're doing really well. City's got their couple and Tottenham's back and relevant. What's fascinating to me, the Bundesliga didn't do anything. Dortmund was winning the league every year and made it to the final once. And it was like after their spell of dominance, right? Bayern Munich made it a couple of times. They made it 4 times because they're coming off a final the year before this begins, and Hertha made it once. Terrible from Dortmund. And Monaco, where's Monaco? Ligue 1, Ligue 1 is just a second-rate league. In this database, they're a second-rate league. Because Monaco wins it every year and has not made it to the final of the Champions League. Every year they win Ligue 1. So it's 4 leagues. It's really 3. Serie A in England, mainly England. La Liga, producing Barcelona, who lost 3 consecutive Champions League finals. That's just brutal. The last one is the World Cups. England's just overpowered, man. The class of 92 drives, and a bunch of other good players driving England to a title. Nothing out of the ordinary. Belgium won one. Portugal did get one 2 years from now. They won the 2022 World Cup, right? Italy got one. England made the final 5 times. They made the World Cup final 5 times. There were 1, 2, 3 World Cups that England did not make the final of in a 30-year simulation. England's overpowered on FM. The English production line is overpowered because by the time we get to 2050, a lot of the real guys aren't there anymore. And England's still going through phases. Through 20 years ago, England's overpowered on FM, right? Through now, England's overpowered on FM. And then 10 years in the future, overpowered on FM. It's amazing. What a performance. France got back-to-back ones as well, and Italy able to snatch another. I like how they removed the World Cups so that the next one's the 2002 World Cup. Brazil won that in real life? I like how I don't even know. Brazil won that in real life. Just out of curiosity, I want to see if England won like 85 European championships. Guess who the defending champion is? It's England. It was Germany, actually. Fairly dominant from the Germans. England made the... What was that noise? Scotland. Oh, yes. Scotland. What a performance by the Scots 12 years into the database. They were there. They were on the edge. They didn't win it. Italy and Germany and England did get a couple, of course, because once you get Lingard in there, you just Lingardinho and, oh, yeah, boom, knocking the ball in. It's no problem at all. It's just a goal. Well, I don't know about you, but I've had a lot of fun looking around in this database. 10 years in the future, starting 20 years in the past. It has gone quite as I would have expected. The introduction of the players is fascinating because people like Haaland and Pulisic just became nothing. You'd be able to try. I'm assuming they could become something if you find them early enough. But Erling Haaland, goal scorer at 3 years old, legend status. Full stop. Video over. It's not. This database is fun. I hope you're able to check it out. Why didn't you look at this guy? I'll post this exact file underneath this video next to the link to the stream in my Instagram and Twitter, and you can check that out and peruse around it. It'll be a link on the FM Base site. All right. I will see you guys.